summer, Christmas. How's that feel?
Yeah, I love it. Bring it. I love the heat. This has been great. You know, being here in Adelaide and kind of the reverse seasons, it's kind of unique. It doesn't really feel like Christmas for me, but yeah, it's been good.
I'm not sure what the weather's doing in Melbourne tomorrow, but open roof, is that something you've experienced before in America?
Well, I mean, I think we all grew up playing basketball outside on the pickup court, right? I mean, but it's just been a while probably since all of us have played outside, and especially in a real game. So I've never experienced it. I'm excited about it. It's a unique deal. Can't wait to see it.
Is that what you tell the boys? Like, you've done it before, you've done it as a kid, so it's no
Yeah.
just have fun?
I don't think we even bring it up, to be honest with you. I think that we've got to focus on them. There's just such a quality opponent that's playing probably the best they've played this year. They've kind of hit their stride here lately. So I think us being focused on what Southeast does and how they play and what we need to do as a team is the biggest deal.
What's changed then? Because they did lose the first 5 games. You guys beat them then. New coaches come in and they've turned things around.
Yeah, I'm not inside their team, but they have a quality roster with very talented players. You knew that they were going to figure it out at some point.
A smoother week this week. It's been a pretty tumultuous month, but you've got most of you guys back on deck other than a couple of injuries. Long leading into the game. Has it been a little bit more easier this week?
Yeah, I think as we've talked about before, the group is always continuing to kind of build and grow, and now Trez being back with us for 2 weeks and KD being 2.5 weeks plus. So our rhythm as a group is coming along. Like I've talked about, our young players have had a heck of an opportunity. And then DJ and Sunday will be coming back soon when they get medically cleared to join the group. But yeah, there's always more continuity. You're always trying to link your players and your substitutions and then what you're trying to do offensively and defensively.
They've obviously got plenty of firepower, Sobe in particular.
Yeah.
You've got plenty as well. Is it just going to be a straight up shootout, or would you be pulling your hair out if that was the case?
Well, I think that to win quality road games, you have to set your defense. We'll try to build off the 18-point quarter we did in the fourth quarter against New Zealand. That's going to be the key against a really talented offensive group, is if we can affect them and try to get them to, play in the crowd. And then, I think we've got 3 of the best bigs in the league, and Ice and Jarrell and Trez, and hopefully they can really impact the game in the paint.
It's always one game at a time, but the next 2 are pretty big if you want to make inroads and move up into that top 6.
Yeah, I think every game's big. That's the position we put ourselves in. We have to try to stack some wins here. Point differential's not really going to matter for us because of some early season losses. We've got to get healthy, we've got to get a rhythm, and we've got to win some games.
And what about their home record? I think undefeated in the last 5 or something
Yeah.
like that. Something we usually have at our court. How difficult is it?
Yeah, I think that's part of the whole deal with their team. They're really, really playing well. Walton Jr.'s just back. Sobe's playing well. Hurt's a really talented player, and I could go on and on about their three-point shooting. Our ability to get back and make them play in a crowd, and then, contesting shots. And anytime that you're playing on the road, you want to be able to contest and give the opponent one shot at it and be able to rebound so you can run back at them. And, whether your offense affects your defense or whatever, you've got to figure that little rhythm of the game out.
You mentioned their three-point shooting.
Yeah.
Yours has been exceptional as well last week as well in that second quarter, I think 6 in a row. Is that a product of the rotations, the movements, the plays, or is that just good shooting?
I think that's a little bit of both, I hope. I think that we shoot the ball at a really high percentage, but we also rank in the bottom half of how many attempts we get a game. But as we've gone through this change and KD coming back and now Trez coming back, you've seen our quality of three-point attempts go up, meaning spot three-point attempts, less off the dribble, which you saw us shoot maybe 5 for 30 versus Tasmania right after some of the injuries and suspensions and things like that. And now that number's gone back up because of guys like KD that can get the different spots on the court. Trez, and he demands double teams and things, and being a willing passer out of those situations where we can get quality three-point attempts on the backside.
Might sound silly because KD's last 2 games have been phenomenal, but what areas are you still wanting him to improve?
Yeah, well, I think as a young player, just being able to establish yourself. I think we've seen tremendous growth in this league. It's a hard league to come into when you're not really sure about the physicality and how the league's played. But, he's maybe played 77 minutes, 76 minutes in the last 2 games. He's sitting on about 3 turnovers. That's an exceptional thing for our team to be able to control the ball like that and get a shot on goal. right? Good shots are really important. You know, possession and being able to have valuable possessions is going to be key on Saturday night too. We can't start turning the ball over, or, you know, they're running back at you and it becomes a really hard game to defend.
Last one for me, Trez, obviously first game back in a while. He's pulled up well. He's not sore after playing his first match in a long time. He's 100% good to go.
Yeah, he's 100%. Guys are ready to go. We've had a good week of training, and we'll go down there and see what we can do.